Hi everybody, this is Ms. Link. This video is for students as well as parents of the students of my ACT prep class. So parents, here's what I want you to know about what your student already has and has already learned in our ACT prep class. Luckily, because we thought we were going to take the test on March 17th, the way I structured my class was that we have already touched on every topic. So we've spent our first week, I gave them the same boot camp that I give to Mandeville High on Saturdays twice a year. So your students have experienced that. Then the next week, I gave them a practice test. And in addition, for the boot camp, I photocopied an entire practice test, but only had them do one portion of it. So if your students have their materials, they should have in their packets a ACT test code B04 where they have only done like one English passage unless they have already worked on it on their own. And I can get you the answers to those if you just email me. So that's something they can work on. What your students also have, if they did as I requested in class, is a page of notes, or a little bit more than a page, for each subject. So I had them create a page that said math things I need to know. And they're supposed to be making a list of things they need to go back and learn. For example, they try to do a quadratic equation problem and they realize they don't remember the quadratic equation formula. And if they had just known that, they would have known the problem in an instant. So they write down on their list quadratic equation. Now, not every student was as up to date with that as they should have been, but it's something that they can work on now at home. They can take out that B04 ACT prep packet, and I'm sorry, it's not an ACT prep packet, it's an actual practice test. And they can do more problems. And then as they, again, like I said, I do not think your students have the answer key for that. I held that back, of course, but I can send it to parents if parents email me at laura.link@stpsb.org. So they can work on that. And then they know, I mean, we have gone over this multiple times. They know how to analyze their wrong answers. So they grade it, they see which ones they got wrong. And then in class, what I have them do is I'm not so much interested in them writing out, I got this wrong because I should have read better. What I want them, let's say it's a reading passage. What I want them to write is, this was a main idea question, and instead I chose a specific detail that was true in the passage on line 34, but I should have noticed that the question was asking for the main idea, which was presented on line 12 and line 82, that sort of thing. So you can have them actually write that out, and that is where the learning happens, when they analyze their errors, but not only that, where they analyze what they should have done right to begin with. I use the metaphor of working out in a gym. When I first started working out, I needed a personal trainer to show me how to use the weights, for example. And she wouldn't let me use the big weights until I got my form right? I had to use 1 pound weights until I got my form right. And then I went step by step, and then I could put it all together. So what students need to do, and if I did wrong, she made me continue to go through the correct process until it was natural. That's what your students need to be doing right now with ACT practice tests. If they used up the one that I gave them, they are free online. What you want to do is search for preparing for the ACT. So preparing for the ACT will give you actual ACT practice tests. So that's something they can be working on now. I also put a video on my Moodle talking about a website that's free for now. It's pretty good. It's a support. It'll really work for students who have already had my instruction. So it's called www.wordnumber and then 2.com. And that's something they can be working on right now. There's a whole lot more that I can say, and I am going to be loading up my YouTube channel and Moodle with videos to help you and your students on what they can be doing. I'm also going to do a video about how the delay in test affects our students. So one thing that the governor is doing is he is planning, has not yet, I don't think, is planning to ask about TOPS and find out if TOPS will accept the June test or the July test, because the law says that you need to get your TOPS score by April. So they're looking at probably changing that. Again, if you have any questions, please email me. Keep studying a little bit at a time. Don't overwhelm it. Like, our class period is 54 minutes. I wouldn't do more than about 50 minutes, 45, 50 minutes a day. Bye-bye.